I want to talk a little bit about what Google Apps is. Towards the end of helping you think about how Google Apps compares to what might or might not be suitable alternatives. I'm going to pull up a window right now, and I have, Google Apps is a bundle of a whole bunch of services that are that Google probably created historically independently of each other, but are integrated for business purposes for Google Apps. One of them is Mail. There's a calendar inside of Google Apps. There is a sort of file management, document management, file search service inside of Google Apps. There is a word processor. There is a spreadsheet. There is a presentation platform. There is a drawing facility, and as you can see here, it doesn't give you any sort of sense of aesthetics, but you can use it. That's my sort of chicken scratch. It is a website design platform, and it is a dashboard that allows you to coordinate all of these elements for as many users as you can imagine. All of these things are bundled together, and basically Google Apps is all about collaboration. And you'll see we'll come back to this, especially in the context of Google Sites. Google Apps is a great way to get people collaborating around a specific task or item or business or interest. In the context of each one of these individual services, there is an enormous range of features and capabilities that you can get. And not all of them are necessarily about collaboration. Some of them, we're all familiar with Google by now. There was some brilliant engineer just sort of taped on, and now everybody, spends their, all day dealing with it and loving it. But basically, it's all of those services grouped together. So what is there out there that's even remotely like that? Well, there are two that I want to draw your attention to. One of them is Office Live, and if you go to office.live.com, you will see Microsoft's answer to Google Docs and Google Apps to a certain extent. I'm going to click on my password manager here and log into Office Live. This isn't an Office Live presentation, obviously, but I just wanted to point out to you that if I, create a new Excel document inside of Windows Live, what I get is an interface that is remarkably similar visually to Google Docs and the Google Docs version that you get inside of Google Apps. So, if all of your time is spent dealing with Office documents of one sort or another, then you're going to want to think about the functionalities that Office Web Apps offers. It does offer, email and calendar facilities also, but it doesn't begin to pull it together the way Google Apps does for business purposes. Although along the same lines, Google Apps does not quite yet have the sort of formatting power for documents that Office Web Apps has. But, this is just a very, very competitive space, and this stuff changes every day. So next week, what I just told you could be wrong. So that's, Office Web Apps is one option. Another option that's kind of obscure, but I was sort of going through it in my research, and I've actually been watching it for a couple of years, is Zoho. And Zoho, let me log into Zoho, is a whole lot like Google Apps. It's more it resembles Google Apps more in trying to take care of everything and bundle it all together. It has all of the basic business applications. If you go to Zoho and then scroll down, you see this list of, I don't know, 4 times like 25 applications, something like that. And if I click on Sheet, for example, I can see that Zoho has a spreadsheet that is actually very, very capable in comparison to Google Apps and Microsoft Office Web Apps. Zoho, by the way, actually has a marketplace app that you can use to plug into your Google Apps installation. And like Google Apps, it has so many different features in it. They must have very tired programmers over at Zoho that it's sort of difficult to come up with sweeping generalizations about what you find inside of the software. But basically, I want to draw it to your attention because it is very solid. I can't find anything wrong to complain about with Zoho. I don't think it has quite the same power in terms of systems administration features that Google Apps does. But if you're making the momentously important decision of deciding for your business what type of platform you're going to use, you definitely should look at Office Web App, Zoho, as alternatives for or services to use in conjunction with Google Apps.